Okay, we're going to assume for 1 minute that the bad guy's got hold of you and he's bear hugging you from the front, squeezing the life out of you, and you don't know what, lifting you up, ready to throw you. Look, you don't know what to do. As soon as he grabs hold of you and picks you up, grab hold, pick up, lock on, figure four. So that's one thing, you lock on with your figure four. Come from this side to show. He grabs hold to pick up. You can pick up if you want, yeah? Grab. Figure four. Right, so you lock on figure four. Notice, look, that this hand is on the forehead. This one's behind the neck. Because I want this bit here. I want the blade of my arm against the back of his neck. So that when this locks in here, all I need to do is just squeeze a little bit and it's done. So here, you grab hold, squeeze hard as you want, whatever you want. Pick me up, whatever you want. Go on, do it, pick up. And then soon want to let go. The strain on the back of the neck's ridiculous. If I show it with this arm, if you here, look. Grab hold, Theodore, strong. Figure four, be strong, pick me up. Little squeeze. And I want to let go. And it doesn't matter if they throw you, if you fall over, if you land on the floor, it makes no difference. As long as you keep this on, you'll break the neck. The actual move, we're doing this much. Look, this much. That's how much we're doing, that. You're going to be here, as hard and as fast as you can. It's very quick, very simple break. Be careful with it. Thank you, Theodore. Thank you.
Now, stick is an object weapon, and many of the principles that you use with a knife, you use with a stick, because a knife is an edged object weapon, but the principles of movement are the same. For example, the asterisk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you imagine an asterisk, and it's a whole sphere of movement. But when you're beginning with the stick, you want 4 basic movements. 1, to the head, 2, to the side, or 3 coming inward, same coming inward, 3, and then 4 coming up to slam them in the balls. Boom! Okay? So pretend, you're a cop with a nightstick and you have a crazed meth head and wham! You might smack him on the head because he came at you with a knife. Or maybe he's got a knife in his hand right there, so you came in with it too. Wham! And knock that knife right out of his hand. Or from this way, wham! Or maybe just wham! Right in the balls to drop him and give him something to think about instead of hurting you. So the principles are very much the same. Now when you hold a stick, I see a lot of people doing this. Big mistake. Big mistake. For one thing, this in itself is a nice weapon. So if I block someone's stick attack, then I pommel them in the side of the head. So they're coming at me like this, so I block, wham, and then right here, wham, right in the temple, right in the eyeball, right in the face. Okay, so it gives you more control over the weapon as well. So foolishly, I still see a lot of people doing this. You want to have some room here as well. Here's one thing I see. I see this in some really world famous Gracing magazine cover instructors, and they're practicing hitting sticks. When I practice, now obviously I can't slam my partner in the head with a stick, but when I practice, the target isn't the stick. Then we're learning how to hit a stick. Come in this way. So if he comes in like this, and I'm practicing just coming like that, see, and I'm going like this, and we're going, and I'm practicing hitting sticks, then all we're doing is practicing hitting sticks. Now there's a necessity for a block, but he should be aiming for my head. So when I block, I'm not practicing hitting sticks. He's trying to hit my head. I block him. Now from here, bam, or it might be wham.
Hello, my friends. My name is Scott Bolan, and I'm honored to be here with you in the Mastery of Violence Home Study course. When my friend and colleague Russell Stutely, the world's #1 authority on pressure points fighting, asked me to join him on this course, I got very excited because this course is being made in 2023. That's the year that this official product is being released to you. And violence is at an all-time high in our lives. It has never been worse. Since about 2020, about 3 years ago, with the breakout of the COVID and the shutdowns and the riots, police are now being shot in the street in broad daylight. It's almost become normal rather than the exception. Very dangerous times that we live in. And I want you to have the information and the know-how to survive and thrive in any situation and to truly understand and master violence. Because the only deterrent to violence and bad guys is good guys who know violence. It is might for right. And that is why we teach self-defense and we teach effective combatives, so that you can know and have the information and master it, so that should the worst ever occur, you've got something to fall back on. You've got information, you've got knowledge, you've got skills, you've got wisdom that you can use in the time of need. Now, they say that luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity. Well, the opposite is also true. Bad luck is what happens when unpreparedness meets opportunity. The opportunity being a violent altercation or the possibility of violence. Let's call it a negative opportunity. When you're approached by a criminal, a thug, or attacked, sometimes you're sized up before you're attacked. But once violence is on, which should always be avoided, violence should always be avoided wherever possible. But when you can't avoid violence, and you have to know what to do, and you have to understand, you have to be prepared. And so that's what material like this is for, is to help prepare you, to help set your mind. You ever hear the term mindset? It's to help set your mind in a place where you're able to respond rather than simply freeze up like a deer in the headlights and get destroyed and get harmed or even killed.